Yo, what is up, guys? It is Chris the Casual. We are back. This time, we're going to talk about the word of wisdom and learn about it together. Because usually, when you ask missionaries and stuff about the word of wisdom and what it means, they give you a basic rundown. They're like, oh, yeah, we don't drink coffee, tea, smoke tobacco, or drink alcohol. But they don't really go into the full detailed story of how the word of wisdom came to be and stuff like that. They have with me a couple of times because I've asked for it. Usually have to ask why and stuff, and even then they kind of just, oh, it was a revelation given to Joseph Smith through the gift and power of God, and they give you a basic rundown. But if you really want to know the full story of how the word of wisdom kind of came to be, I found it in the Doctrine and Covenants. It's section 89. So, Doctrine and Covenants book finally gets to be in a video here. So this is section 89 out of the Doctrine and Covenants, and it states a revelation given through Joseph Smith, the prophet, at Kirtland, Ohio, February 27th, 1833. As a consequence of the early brethren using tobacco in their meetings, the prophet was led to ponder upon the matter. Consequently, he inquired of the Lord concerning it. This revelation, known as the word of wisdom, was the result. A word of wisdom for the benefit of the council of high priests assembled in Kirtland, and the church, and also the saints in Zion, to be sent greeting, not by commandment or constraint, but by revelation and the word of wisdom, showing forth the order and will of God in the temporal salvation of all the saints in the last days, given for a principle with promise adapted to the capacity of the weak and the weakest of all saints, who are or can be called saints. Behold, verily thus saith the Lord unto you, in consequence of evils and designs which do and will exist in the hearts of conspiring men in the last days. I have warned you and forewarned you by giving unto you this word of wisdom by revelation, that inasmuch as any man drinketh wine or strong drink among you, behold, it is not good, neither meet in the sight of your Father, only in assembly yourselves together, to offer up your sacraments before him. And behold, this should be wine, yea, pure wine, of the grape of the vine of your own make. And again, strong drinks are not for your belly, but for the washing of your bodies. And again, tobacco is not for the body, neither for the belly, and is not good for a man, but is an herb for bruises and all sick cattle, to be used with judgment and skill. And again, hot drinks are not for the body or belly. And again, verily I say unto you, all wholesome herbs God hath ordained for the constitution, nature, and use of man, every herb in the season thereof, and every fruit in the season thereof, all these used to be with prudence, and thanksgiving, yea, flesh also of beast and of fowls of the air, I the Lord have ordained for the use of man with thanksgiving. Nevertheless, they are to be used sparingly, and it is pleased unto me that they should not be used only in times of winter, or of cold, or famine. Alright, let's keep going here. All grain is ordained for the use of man, and of beast to be the staff of life, not only for man, but for the beast of the field, and the fowls of heaven, and all wild animals that run or creep on the earth. And these hath God made for the use of man only in times of famine and excess of hunger. All grain is good for the food of man, and also the fruit of the vine, that which yieldeth fruit, whether in the ground or above the ground. Nevertheless, wheat for man, and corn for the ox, and oats for the horse, and rye for the fowls, and for swine, and for all beasts of the field, and barley for all useful animals, and for mild drinks is also other grain. And all saints who remember to keep and do these things, walking in obedience to the commandments, shall receive health in their navel and marrow to their bones, and shall find wisdom and great treasure of knowledge, even hidden treasure, and shall run and not be weary, and shall walk and not faint. And I, the Lord, give unto them a promise that the destroying angel shall pass by them as the children of Israel, and not slay them. Amen. So that right there basically gives you a rundown of how the word of wisdom came to be. Now, I know this video is not going to be like vertical like this, how it should be, because I'm kind of recording from my phone this time. But to go even more deeper into the story, I'm so sorry, I apologize. I'm kind of like hyped up. I drank a cup of coffee and I'm kind of like going and a little jittery at the moment. But basically, to go deeper into the story, what was happening is Joseph Smith, they were in church meetings and stuff like that. Because I don't believe it was Joseph Smith's home. Correct me if I'm wrong. And his wife was getting mad at them for spitting tobacco all over the floor, because that's what they were doing. They were just spitting tobacco on the floor. And she got tired of it, came to Joseph Smith about it, and then Joseph Smith went and prayed about it, and that's how he got the revelation from God, apparently, if you believe it. I do not, but that's just me. I'm not a LDS member, and, you know, this is just a non-LDS member opinion on the thing, but that's kind of the backstory of how the word of wisdom came to be. So I think it's a pretty cool story. It's a pretty interesting one, if you ask me. I don't know. A lot of people, they just write off the LDS completely and don't learn anything about their religion, but I find their religion very, very fascinating. But yeah, that's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And like always, God bless, and I hope you all have a great and wonderful day.